always wanted to be in business. I knew from even when I was young, I always had the entrepreneur kind of like, I always wanted to invent something or do something. So I knew I wanted to go into business. And I saw that Portage Northern, they had their accounting class. So I decided to take it. And to be honest, I started off with accounting class. I couldn't understand it at all. I struggled. And it was really hard for me. And like, I would go home and tell my dad, I'm like, I cannot understand it. I cannot grasp it. But my teacher, Miss Meyer, she helped me so much. And I kept asking questions. If I didn't understand something, I went back after school and talked with her, because when I don't understand something, it kind of gives me more an edge to be like, okay, I need to keep working harder at it because I want to understand this. And then all of a sudden it clicked to me that how I understood it, and I fell in love with it. Maybe at first you don't understand something, but when you work hard at it and strive for it, you might actually find, you actually love it. I felt like I was one step behind my other classmates because like school was really challenging for me. So I've always had that personality of I have to work harder and show that through these struggles, I can make it. And so I've always had that way of when something is hard for me, I keep working harder and harder at it. And so for accounting, that's what helped me was I kept working hard and hard every day. And then to finally understand it just sparked. And even in college, same thing. It was hard. The classes were definitely hard. And I'm so thankful I talked with my professors. I tutored hours. I was in there, they knew me by name at that point. Like I was there for hours trying to understand it. So one thing that helped me to keep motivating and keep working hard is I planned out, okay, I have to swim this morning, I have class, I need to take time for myself, but then I have to get back into what I need to get done. I was doing a tax internship technically my senior year, and I just didn't fall in love with it as much. And for me, it's that when I'm looking for something in the future, I'm not looking just for a job 9 to 5, I'm looking for a career and something I'm passionate about. So I decided to look more, broaden my horizons than just tax and audit. And I looked, and there was ASM Global had a staff accountant. I was really interested in looking, and being at Van Andel is an amazing opportunity, and being able to literally work with events and stuff is an opportunity I never thought I could get. ASM Global is a big company that they have different buildings of events. So like Van Andel and the Boss Place is through ASM Global. As a staff accountant, when there is an event going on, I sometimes have to stay until 11 at night to settle for everything. And so my normal day is I either am doing daily work, which is figuring out what our gross ticket sales for those days and figuring out how much revenue we're making. And then there's other days I'm doing for certain events, we have to figure out for every single event how much we made or how much we lost from it. And so that's like a typical day. And then when when the show starts, I'm always on my computer chatting with whoever Live Nation is with, and they're usually at the show, and I have like a backstage pass to go check on them and stuff. And I talk, being like, okay, so where are our numbers correct? Are we getting where we need to? So then we can sign and settle it and then finalize after the show. The cool part is when I do settle, I'm actually there at the concert. So I'm pretty much in my office listening to the concert. So when we had one of the biggest, we had a band of Slipknot. They are a heavy metal band. I'm literally, my office is shaking from the bass. So it's definitely such a cool experience to know that from working and doing classes in accounting isn't just like behind the desk. Like there's so much more you can do with it. And I think that's what scared me the most, as being in accounting was like, oh, like I'm not sure what my path is going to be. And seeing the opportunity of working at ASM Global and having just such a fun experience of actually like being part of these like concerts and events, and I'm helping, settling, figuring out how much we made from a show, how much gross ticket sales there is, and it's just such a cool experience so far. I loved math and I loved problem solving. So when I started learning that I have those kind of skills when I got into high school, I was like, maybe accounting is for me because I love math. Something that I learned from middle school and high school is the biggest thing for accounting is Excel, because Excel is just a one big calculator. And so computer skills, obviously, as we are in society just learning more and more about, is something great skill to have. And having those basic skills of Excel, Word, PowerPoint is a great way into the workplace. Accounting is everywhere and you can go anywhere with it. I had someone tell me that they were accountant at NASCAR, and I was like, you can go anywhere with it.